Top 10 Strangest Animals on Earth. The star-nose mole. There is something incredibly odd about an animal with a snout that has tentacles. The mole itself is quite tiny, and this tentacle snout is actually its main sensory organ. This mole's snout contains quite a number of appendages, 11 pairs to be precise. And they give this mole incredible ability. With over 25,000 receptors, this fine-tuned snout has the capacity to detect the smallest of vibrations and waves. Scientists have reason to believe that this mole can accurately predict seismic waves. Microhyaline appendicola. It is possible that there are hundreds or even thousands of organisms that have yet to be discovered and classified. As recent as 4 years ago, i.e. 2010, scientists discovered a very tiny whiny frog in Borneo. It is really so small they first thought it was a baby frog. They were shocked to discover they had a full-grown adult on their hands. What is intriguing about this new frog on the block is that even at full adult length, the frog only attains a length of less than half of an inch. Leaf deer. Another small little animal makes our list. It is the leaf deer. Not only does this deer look adorable and super cute, but they seem to retain their baby-ish bodies. They don't grow much. A full-grown adult stands at just about 2.5 feet in height. And they are fairly lightweight. An adult could weigh as little as just 25 pounds. Harp sponge. The ocean is definitely a prime ecosystem for all kinds of odd animals and even plants. Think of all those ocean creatures that look absolutely creepy and downright nasty. So it should not come as surprise that a creature of the seas is on this list of creepy and strange animals. The harp sponge is quite the alien-looking resident of the sea. It sits on the ocean floor, looking all beautiful like candelabra. Beware though, this delicate-looking alien is feared by crustaceans which it snacks on. Ice fish. If you were to see the ice fish, you'd be forgiven for mistaking it for an alien from a different planet. This translucent pale blue fish lives in the ice-cold waters of Antarctica. With such extreme and harsh habitats, they have had to adapt in order to survive. For instance, they do not have blood flowing through their bodies. Blood would freeze in such cold temperatures. What they have is an antifreeze kind of fluid that helps them regulate their body temperature. Sea pig. The name might be a bit confusing because this little creature looks nothing like a pig. In reality, it is a cousin of the sea cucumber, except it has feet. They look a bit round and can be considered fat. Maybe this explains the origin of their name. They are common seafloor residents and can be seen traveling even in their hundreds. They inhabit sea waters all around the world. Phallostethoscuolong. This is the fish with a long funny name. For those who may not be aware, this critter's name is probably coined from the word phallus penis. And it is unique because of its phallus. This is the fish that has its goodies prominently displayed on its head. Yes, that right. This little odd fish, both male and female, have their reproductive organs strategically located on their heads. Weird. Portuguese man of war. Siphonophore. This is what this weird creature with a name that looks like a movie title really is. It is a colony of many organisms that come together, integrate functions and even specialize in some so that they seem to be one unit. So integrated are these colonies that it may be hard for some members to survive on their own. So this Portuguese man o' war odd creature is actually a group of many organisms, though they work as one entity. Talk about cooperation. Japanese spider crab. What would you do if you are afraid of spiders, then you come across one with feet that extend up to 12 feet long? These are long enough to hug you and tie you down, quite literally. The Japanese spider crab is the critter with the weirdly long legs that seem to go on for days. They look freakish, but they are actually considered quite harmless. They live on the ocean floor, walking, with little effort, on the ocean floor, terrifying arachnophobic divers. Tunicate. The term tunicate is actually the fancy name for the sea squirt. Apparently, the sea squirt feeds on its own brain, and this explains a lot. Their life cycle is quite intriguing. In its larval stage, it swims around and does very little. Then, it gets a nice spot and plants itself there, quite literally. This is when the feast begins. It ingests its features: mobility, breathing, sensory, and the brain. These are then recycled and new body systems are recreated as a result. Because it is a hermaphrodite, it reproduces on its own and brings forth brand new little sea squirts. Please like and share. Subscribe to our channel.